This lesson is going to be about the pencil tool and the options that you have with it, the smooth tool, the pencil tool, and the eraser tool. Hopefully we'll be able to get through these fairly quickly, so you won't have to have a part one and part two. So let's talk very quickly about the pencil tool itself. We'll select it. We get this nice little menu by clicking on the tool that you see here and holding, and we get the flyout menu, and we're going to select the pencil tool. The pencil tool is much like the paintbrush in the fact that you can create a shape or a line with it and make a shape, a complete shape that comes back. As you can see, the more severe of a line curve that you make, the more anchor points you have that are more closely put together. You can also do the same thing that you could do with the paintbrush tool, which is we can thicken the line with our stroke, which is also connected here to this stroke button. Notice it's not filled with anything at the moment because when you first select the pencil tool, it's a line tool, so it just creates a line. But once you create a shape, you can fill it with color, and so we'll go ahead and do that now. And there you go, you can fill it with color, so you can change that very easily. You can also create a gradient with this shape, just like you can with any other shape you create. And so we can put colors on the gradient slider bars and create a gradient. We can also, just like any other shape or a line, we can select it and quickly rotate or change it just by selecting these handlebars, these anchor points, and recreating and rotating how we want to. We can also use our other tools such as the pin, add and delete anchor points, and of course add or delete as we need. And of course we can always use our, here we go, convert anchor point tool to create or reshape a line or a curve. Okay. Next tool that we're going to use here is your path eraser tool. We can take any line or any path we make with any tool, and we can erase. Now notice that this shape is selected, and I'm dragging right along this line, and you don't have to be right on the line, but just close. And then when I stop, you can see what I've erased. So there we go. Alright, pretty simple. You do not ever want to use the eraser tool down here at the bottom of your tool box. This eraser tool is quite different. It's not meant for erasing in a normal fashion. What we're doing here is creating a line or a path just as we would with any other tool. Okay, and so you really have to think of this eraser tool as more like a paintbrush or your pen tool, because it's going to create a path even though you may not see it. Now the last tool that we're going to use here with the pencil tool is the path eraser. We've used that. Now the last tool we're going to use is the smooth tool. So let's create a line with our pencil here. We'll create a straight line, and as you can see here, it's got a nice sharp angle here, a 90-degree angle. And what we're going to do is select our smooth tool to round off this corner. And oops, sorry about that. As you can see, it doesn't do much when you're just creating away here. So what we're going to do is slowly but surely we're going to select this tool and deselect it, and now we're going to reselect it so that it's active, and now you'll be able to see hopefully a small change here. Oops, let's see one more time. There we go. And so I'm just taking this, clicking, dragging, and holding across this tool, and basically creating a new shape with that tool. Let me give you another example of this, and that is we'll go ahead and create some silly shapes here, and then we'll see what we can finish off here and use our smooth tool. There we go. And this is not a great tool to use. It's not an accurate tool to use, but if you want to round off a corner quickly, you can do it. Okay, and you'll notice when we do that that the anchor points are changing as we're creating. Oop, there we go. And so you can see how these anchor points are slowly but surely changing. All right, and that's basically it. I wanted to show you this basic tool here. I'm going to do one more shape here just to give you an example of how quickly you can change this. I'm going to make a quick little block letter here, and it's not accurate, but at least it'll give you the idea of what we're doing here and how quickly you can change something just with a few small little clicks and drags. Notice I'm clicking and dragging inward. I drag outward. You'll get the same effect, but basically you can use this tool to your advantage to quickly round shapes off that have nice straight corners or sharp angles, and you want to round off that shape. And you can then take your anchor points, deselect, and you can move them just like any other object that you've drawn or created. So all the tools work the same way. Okay, there's no change in the way your anchor points work or your swing arms or Bezier handles work. Everything is going to work the same. Okay, so that's very basic how to use your pencil tool. You'll notice when I use the pencil tool, one last thing here, that I do get a new set of tools right up here. And last thing I wanted to talk about was, just like with the paintbrush, is that you can quickly change what this line itself looks like just by changing these little paintbrush nibs or the brush tips, and you get different effects. And you can also change the style of line, okay, very quickly, very easily, and change the thicknesses of these so that you can see them just a little bit better. And you can also change the brush tips. Okay. And so it's a little bit fun to try these once in a while and see just exactly what they do. So you can get a nice smooth intricate line here. It gives it a little bit of a flair. The same with your brush. Okay, so feel free to use this tool. As always, if you're struggling, ask me for help during class. You can also ask your neighbor, but I'm more than happy to help you, so if you need anything, just come and see me. All right, and that will be that's all for this lesson. Good luck to you, and hope to see you in class.